Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back along to another episode of Grass and Grain. My name is Jack, and you may well recognise the keen-eyed amongst you will see that I'm driving something that, well, it's not mine. It's huge. It's the monstrous big wheel loader. We're taking this back to our yard because we've got a project that we need to try and figure out how we're going to fix, really. And my telehandler just wasn't doing it. So we're going to head on over there. There's been a little bit of updates with the construction of the yard since we were last there as well. So we're going to get ourselves back into the yard, we're going to have a look-see, and we'll update you with all of the progress. But nice shiny new JCB telehandler to be driving today, and it is a beauty, let me tell you. Really nice. What we're going to do though, we're just going to slow it down here. Let's take her in. Very smooth to drive this thing. Obviously it's much bigger than anything we're used to here. But yeah, it's an absolute beauty of a machine. And now what we're going to do, we'll swing it around to the side here. Now, what you may have noticed is that we have been a little busy over here. Let's stop you there. We'll come back and get into that in a moment. So, we've moved the spray tank over. That's the first thing we can notice. And the next thing we're going to move is our water tank. Now, the water tank's going to be a little bit harder. That spray tank is completely empty. This water tank is not. And this water tank we have connected into the main, so it's been disconnected from the mains water. The main water has been rerouted under the wall there, so we can connect it into on the other side of the wall. That's not a problem. Moving it's going to be, because it's quite heavy. So I have an idea in mind. We're going to see if we can, because I don't think we can lift it very easily just on here, or between the two. So what we're going to try and do is lift it and put it onto this low loader. Obviously we need to take the drill off the low loader, and then we're going to try and transport it around the corner. Before we do that though, we're just going to have a quick walk around to show you kind of where we've been and what we've got up to so far. There's been quite a lot of work since we last had you over here, so we'll have a look at that. So as we walk around here, we'll just jump over the wall, I think. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, we've got the gravel spread looking nice and even here. Plows back here as well, actually, you can take that off soon. The back shed is now completely bricked up there. The brickies came in, finished it off. We got some tin on the side of the roof as well. Same thing applies on this side. The wall is being finished, and we've got the extended down the sheetwork as well to fill the gap in. So we've got a weather-tight shed really, which is fantastic to see. Internally as well, you can see we managed to get the wall coming all the way through here. We've got a doorway. We are going to get an electric shutter door on here soon. Or not electric shutter, we were looking at an electric shutter, but it's too expensive, so we're going for a sliding door, which is coming in very shortly. It looks great. I'm very, very happy with this. Look at the space we've got. What we're likely going to do at some stage as well is put like a divider, probably just down this latter half here. So that'll give us somewhere if we need to, where we can store different types of grain if we have to. But yeah, I am over the moon with this. Very impressed with how it's working. So that's what we're going to be looking into. And however, what we do have to do is think about how on earth we're going to move that. So what I think we'll do, we're going to have a little bit of a tidy up around the yard first, because I just want to get some of the machines out of the way. One of which, as we're going to need to use this in a moment, we're going to need to use the John Deere with the baler on the back. So we'll get that open up. We may as well stick the baler into the shed. See how it works really. That's going to be a little bit tight here. But yes, the idea is that hopefully we can get around this corner at least. There we go. We're also going to be putting in the very corner, in that corner, we're going to get the seed put in there into the dry. I never liked where the seed was kept outside. I didn't want it being exposed to any moisture into the damp, so we'll get that moved. I think we might do, because it is, like I say, it's a little shade on the damp side, tight side here. So you can get that turn on. We can't turn too tight to the gate here. Turn a little tighter up. There we go. Let's see. We can pull ourselves forward a bit there as well. That's better. Alright, first piece of equipment into the shed. So at this stage there's not a lot of other heavy construction work to do here, so we can feel relatively safe putting machinery inside here for now. Also just keeps it out of the way. Stops prying eyes from looking at it. That's for sure. So we'll move this into here. What I think we'll do is move it to the other side, because like I said, I'm going to put that seed into the corner. When we start to get machinery in here, it gives you the idea of perspective, really, just how much space we've got to play with, which is always great. We'll just leave you about there for now. That's excellent. We're going to need this John Deere to hook up this to the combination drill, because the combination drill is on the low loader that we need. So take this one around. I'm in two minds at the moment. If we're going to concrete the floor, that's going to be a big expense for this, so we might just leave it with a gravel and we'll see how that compacts. If we do need it for grain storage, we might have to think about that and readdress that, but we'll see. As we move around the corner here, you'll see we've got a whole nice little hard stand, as we showed you earlier there. Plenty of space. What I'm going to do is kick these. I'm not going to move the trailers back there just yet, because we're going to have to come into here, but eventually those trailers will all get lined across that back wall along the line of where the 6930 is. Because yeah, I just don't like having all this machinery kind of abandoned around here. For now though, we're going to just pull out the low loader with the combination drill on. Of course, take the combination drill off, and then hopefully that'll give us some space to work with. It'll give us a machine in which we can pull this big old tank around the corner. But yeah, we couldn't quite do it. The telehandler, our own little telehandler, wasn't quite big enough to manage to pull the thing, so that's why we had to go for something a little bigger. We borrowed this from the keen eagle-eyed watcher amongst you all would notice that is from the BGA. We managed to borrow that for a short period of time, just to see how we get on. Hopefully fix the issue. Now, what we'll do, turn this around, because obviously I just need a little bit more space in which to attach on the drill. Alright, so what we're going to do, I'm going to get this all turned around first. We'll get the drill hooked onto here. I'm going to have to just reverse it into a little bit more space here. And then we'll have to get another tractor onto the low loader so we can pull that one. So we'll get this all figured out, and then yeah, come back to us when we have a little bit more progress. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, we've managed to get the John Deere hooked up to the drill. I do love this combination. It works very well. A lot of power there. And we'll get the Fiat onto the low loader here. Now what I'm hoping is that we are able to just kind of get this all to shuffle around without having to do any kind of severe movements, really. That's the aim. Well, would you look at that, people. We have done it miraculously somehow. We've got it loaded onto there. We have to shuffle it out from the wall. And as we come around here, you'll see our telehandler is just behind it there. We managed to get that lifted this end up sufficiently enough to reverse the trailer at its lowest point underneath, and then we just lowered it down. So we're going to try something similar and see how we can get on with that. Fingers crossed it's going to work, because I'm not 100% sure we can nail that twice in a row. We're good, but we're not that good, so we'll have to wait and see. For now though, we're just going to take this beast around the corner here. I love one of these. This is a glorious thing to drive. And let's see how this is going to work out. What I think we'll do to begin with is just shunt this into this corner. Kind of get that out of the way. That's great. Stop there. There we go. Perfect. So we'll leave that there. We'll hurdle this wall again. Got to run up for it. Ugh. There we go. And then we'll move our JCB out of the way. Just lift that up. Try not to get anywhere near that tank. Popping one of those ribs on the tank there would not be pleasant. Excellent. So we'll take this one around, then we'll come back and we're going to very, very slowly edge that Fiat round. We'll lift it up a little bit just so it's not on the ground, I think, and then we'll just slowly drag it, unfortunately. But that'll get it done. That'll get us to where we need to be. It's amazing what you can do with a bit of farming ingenuity, I think is the best way to describe that. We'll header trailer and go back inside now as well, actually. So what we'll likely do for this one is tuck this telehandler against the wall, because it's going to go here eventually, so that's what we need to think about. What we'll do is we'll leave this one right up against the wall here, like so. Hop over my wall again. God, I'm getting a good workout in here today. Ah, not that time. There we go. Switch off the joint here. It's had enough work. So we're practically scraping along the ground there right now, but I don't really care. That's what we're going to go with. Just put us into the lowest gear we can, and we're going to go for it. Let's see how that works out. Let's take our time here. We've got no rush to get around this corner at all. There's a chance that if we go over any bumps, the liquid inside that could slosh around and give us some balance issues. So we're going to have to go extra slowly there. But it's kind of taking us through. Trying not to go onto the oilseed rape either, because that wouldn't be very good. And yeah, so for now we're just going to take it around the corner. This is how you have to move things with your various different tanks and hoppers if you don't have the needs or the means to do it with like hiring a big crane. Cost of the crane for me to hire it in would have been astronomical. So we're having a look at something different. It seems to be working for the most part. We've just got to take it slowly. And then the idea is that we have everything contained inside this yard, really, obviously with the exception of the slurry lagoon and the muck heap here. But yeah, all trailers are going to be stacked inside there. We're going to have a place where we can safely and securely fill up with herbicides and pesticides for the sprayers. Fertilizer will be kept in the dry, as will seed. It's going to be great. And then yeah, we've rerouted the water mains already, so everything's going to come in there nicely, nice and easily. Get around that corner there. I think what we'll end up having to do here is just kind of probably reversing all the way in actually. We don't have much space to turn around in there, so we'll just go for a reverse. Are we doing that way? We're going to crash into anything? Oh, a little bit more space. Perfect. Slowly, slowly, catchy monkey, folks. There we go. So whilst we're doing this, I hope you're all doing very well. Whatever you may be getting up to, I hope you're enjoying it and the weather is being kind to you. We've got a little bit of a break. We've got a lot of first cut silage done at the moment. I've got a few more, probably about 70 more acres of grassland on the floor, drying out there. It's probably going to need another day. So that's why we kind of took to doing this today whilst we could. Around the corner here. What we'll do is we'll get this kind of set roughly where we want. And then we'll see if we can get the telehandlers in just to kind of lift it up enough to get the trailer out, really. I think is what we need to do. Okay, so we'll leave it here. We'll see if I need to rush around a bit to get these two trailers in. So we'll see if we can get this all to work, and we'll come back to you if we do. Well, folks, that's probably about as much as I could get in camera. It was touch and go there. Got a little bit heavy because of the angle we're trying to get in this time, and the fact that the spray tank was already there. Kind of really hammered how we could get on, but it's in to a degree. So what I'm going to do is just pull this out the way for now. What we need to do is just raise this up though first. Get the hydraulics off the floor. That's excellent. So we can take this back around to the side to hook the John Deere off the combination drill, and then we can get that put back into its shed. Which actually that'll be going into the big shed here, so we could probably just do that now, to be honest. So we'll get that hooked onto here. Good job all done though, I'd say. It ended up quite successfully, so I'm not too concerned about that. What we'll do is just kind of park on those flat here. And come back in and get that one out, that'd be great. Lower that back down a little bit, keep it on the level. Okay. So yeah, I wouldn't have seen myself doing that recently. That was quite something. Okay, now where are we? There we are. Nice and slowly. Okay then. Step 1 complete, I would say. And what a roaring success that was. We'll just leave this for here now. We'll come back and collect this in a little while. Yeah, let's shut off. That's perfect. So at this stage, that's another job done. We'll take the... We'll go back through here with this. Let's open this gate. Perfect. Like I say, we're moving on and we're getting some second cut hay, grassland ready to go sooner rather than later. We also have a little bit of extra silage which is on the floor, so we'll be getting to that probably next time you see us. And then yeah, ultimately we're making some good headway. I'm very impressed with how the yard work is coming along here. The extension and the refurbishment, if you like, is looking fantastic. I'm sure you'll agree. It's going to mean a lot more storage space for us. Get all of my machines kind of undercover or safely into my own kind of secure area, I think would be best to describe it, and also gives us plenty of space to store bales in when we start getting some hay coming through, which is again another big plus for us. So what we'll do for now, though, we're going to back this into the shed. This is going to be machine number 2 coming in here. Let's go around that. No, not quite. This one's a lengthy thing as well. Typically I would pick the 2 longest, most awkward trailers I have to try and get in here first. No, we need to turn a little sooner than that as well. Come on, Jack, you've got this. Getting a bit tight. The problem is you can't quite see where the wheels are. When you think you're all but in, it ends up that you're not quite, but at that time it looks like we've got it. There we go. What we'll do again is just kind of squeak forward and get ourselves straightened up a little bit. And then we'll get ourselves lined up. In we go. There we go. 3rd time's the charm, people. So we finished ploughing over that field I started with you not so long ago. That is looking good, I must admit. And hopefully as well I let that to kind of leave just to bake off a little bit because there's no chance of rain soon, and it was a little bit wet, so a little bit heavy underneath. So we just left it. It'll look good. It'll be fine for later on down the line. We'll get that looked into, and we should be able to. Yeah, all be more. We should be able to get that. We're going to probably just knock the top of that very quickly, and then get it put into a cover crop before it goes into some winter barley, likely. So yeah, it's in good shape though. It's just wants a little bit of drying, a little bit of air time, really. So we'll leave this here. Probably just leave this on for now. We'll switch off the Fiat. We're done with that at this moment. Let's get that done. Come back for the Fiat. And around we go. So at the moment, everything is... We can move all our trailers in now. We're just going to move the 2 telehandlers out of the way. Let's stop this big brute. Go, so that's all the way out. We would never have been able to do it without the extra muscle here, that's for sure. It's always good to have in. But yeah, what a beaut this thing is. I shouldn't borrow other people's nice equipment like this because it starts putting ideas into my head. But yeah, I said that I'll take this back today, so once I've finished tidying everything up here, we'll just roll it back down the road to them. And then we'll get this done. So we're kind of just getting everything tied up now. The 2 tanks are in place, which is great. That's the main thing we're looking at. Everything else we can just kind of shuffle around. We'll move that seed around, but we might get that done later on this afternoon once we've taken the other the big wheel loader back. For now though, we're going to leave this here. Thank you ever so much for watching. I really do hope you have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button to Simulation for the Nation if you've yet to do so already. And we will see you in the next one. So until then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, but most importantly, happy farming.